Ana Ivanovic of Serbia and 9th-seeded Daniela Handikova of Slovenia.
Same conditions in your previous matches, just to remind you about the Hawkeye system, so 3 incorrect challenges per set, plus an additional 1 in the tiebreak. Any questions? Daniela. Heads? It's tails. Anna, serve.
There's no doubt in her mind about the decision, not a moment's hesitation. She'll serve Ana Ivanovic, and so we begin the warm-up in preparation for this vital semi-final encounter. Daniela Handikova, right of screen. This is her best already, a Grand Slam result, getting to the semi-finals here. This young lady's already been in a Grand Slam final last year at the French Championships.
Had a terrific tournament there, beat Kuznetsova and Sharapova, and a disappointing final loss to Justine Henin.
Headline performer, there's no doubt about that. She looks the goods and she delivers the goods as well. Former Wimbledon junior finalist, won her first senior title here in Australia. That was in Canberra 3 years ago now, 2005. She won the Canadian title in 2006, clinched 3 more victories last year in Luxembourg, Los Angeles, at the German Open in Berlin, runner-up in Tokyo, but as I said, more significantly, made her first ever Grand Slam final in Paris. She defeated Kuznetsova, she defeated Sharapova, lost to Henin in the final. She was a semi-finalist at Wimbledon and also at the WTA Championships. From Serbia, although she lives at Basel in Switzerland. Daniela Handikova, and as we've said, this equals her best ever Grand Slam result. Chance to go better. Quarter-finalist here previously 2003, quarter-finalist also in 2002, both at Wimbledon and the United States Open. 4 years older than her opponent and somewhat taller. Only won 3 singles titles, as we've mentioned a couple of times in coverage of previous matches, in what's been a lengthy and successful career, despite the fact she's only won the 3 events, twice winner at Indian Wells, second time last year, and also won at Linz in Austria last year. And after a relative flat spot for a couple of years in her career, she seems to have gotten back on the pace through 2007 and the beginning of this year of 2008.
2001, that was here in Melbourne, Australian Open.
Has been such a solid performer for a long time, Daniela Handikova on the Women's Tour. It's really quite amazing to think that she's only won 3 events. It's actually a little bit better than solid. Top 10 or always thereabouts. Obviously an accomplished doubles and mixed doubles player as well. We see her volleying there at the net. She did a good job in her last match against Radwanska. Really just did exactly what she needed to. Ivanovic's path to this part of the tournament, straight sets, is yet to lose a set. Srebotnik match 3 and 4, Wozniacki 1 and 6, and the big result there 6 and 4 against Venus Williams in the quarterfinals. That's a breakthrough match. I think when Ana Ivanovic looks back at her career, she will be able to pinpoint that straight sets win over Venus Williams yesterday as a breakthrough win for her on the tour.
As well as winning at Indian Wells and Linz last year, Daniela Handikova was in the finals in Berlin, Luxembourg. There's her road to the final. Riley King, the first round, straight sets, Cornet the French girl. Luana Pasquale over Kurylenko. That was tough. She just didn't have a line on the job or something in the first round. A lot decrying Kurylenko's play, and she played superbly. Handikova got out of that match in 3 sets. Alison Lang on screen, the umpire in charge of this match. And then, of course, in the quarterfinals, Agnieszka Radwanska just could not produce the game. We know that that rising young talent has gone, and was easily bested by Handikova.
I think Handikova showed her experience against Radwanska as we see the head-to-head. All of them have happened in 2007, once on grass, once in Luxembourg. The first encounter Handikova won, in the Luxembourg indoors Ivanovic won, and then at the championships, the last event of the year, Ivanovic won 6-2, 7-6. Yes, Handikova did a good job against Radwanska. She showed all her experience. Radwanska was just a little bit overawed by the occasion, but Hantukowa didn't overplay. She just did exactly what she needed to do, which of course when you come to the stages of a Grand Slam, it's very important to not overplay, to go out with a game plan, which Hantukowa did. She had few unforced errors. She played well within the court, but she's going to have to do a little bit better than that today. Ivanovic is going to put a lot of pressure on. She's going to serve well. She's going to move Hantukowa from side to side. And it's whoever can come up with the game plan and execute the game plan the best is the one that will come out the winner.
Robbed Ivanovic of a couple of centimetres. I said Hantukowa was the taller. It's the other way around. Ivanovic 1.83 m. Hantukowa 1.81 m. Right-handers both. What these days is pretty much the regulation two-handed backhand.
Ivanovic has really done a lot of work in the last year on her fitness. Scott Burns, an Australian gentleman, has been doing a lot of work with her. She works with Sven Grunefeld on a part-time basis. When I say part-time, Sven also coaches a whole group of Adidas players, so Anna doesn't have an exclusive coach, and it seems to work very well for her.
Well, Sven was the key man behind a lot of Sweden's Davis Cup success going back some years now.
He's worked with a lot of players, not just women's players, but men's players. Worked a bit with Greg Rosetsky, worked with Mary Pierce for a long time. So he's got the runs on the board.
This is the second semi-final of the ladies singles, the Australian Open Championship. And Hantukowa, as is her wont, just takes her own sweet time. She does it between points. She does it in her service preparation. And
she needs to get this serve working, though. First serve percentage is at 50. Well, this point will help Ivanovic. Good set up there for the forehand. Good racket preparation.
Has turned away,
30-40.
plucked the racket strings and made her wait. Let's see what she does here.
Well, I think Alison Lang at some point shortly will give Daniela Hantukowa a warning.
Pretty much the same thing there. Ivanovic was ready. Had to pause again, wait for Hantukowa.
Yeah,
Hantukowa too long in the first set.